Hi, this is Kenty Can. Welcome to the Ontario Schools Cricket Association's launch of the 2022 Premier's Cup for School Cricket. And the Premier's Cup, who else but the Honourable Doug Ford, Premier of Ontario, is here for the launch. And he's here along with many other dignitaries and special guests here this evening to join OSCA in launching the Premier's Cup, unveiling their new logo and rewarding cricket enthusiasts for their contributions to the sport. Also, they'll be announcing some special initiatives for cricket this year, 2022. So, it looks like it's going to be a great year for cricket in 2022, school cricket that is. So, mark your run-up, get your guard, set the field, and let's play ball.
On behalf of the Board of Directors of the Ontario School Cricket Association, I'm truly delighted to welcome Premier Ford and all of the very distinguished people here today who Maurice has already mentioned. The significance of this event is clear as we are graced with the presence of so many important and significant people in our lives. The title, Premier's Cup School Cricket, represents the well-appreciated support of the provincial government in the past and in our current endeavors. We view our role as not only promoting the sport of cricket, which we are enthusiastically pursuing, but we see this as sharing the sport of cricket as another opportunity for young people to prepare themselves for the challenging life experiences that we're all facing in Canada and globally. And please understand that we share the game of cricket. It's a sharing sport. And our experience in sharing cricket with young people for the past 15 years has clearly shown the benefits. We are proud of the diversity of teams and young people who are involved. We are proud of the young girls who are involved in what used to be referred to in the old days as the gentleman's game. We are also proud of also seeing the youth of diverse income backgrounds communicating and sharing the joy of cricket. We have been really encouraged as a board by the reception and growing expressions of interest by teachers across the province, which has resulted actually in 2 members of our board who are part of the educational system. We are aware of the objective of the province in addressing a number of situations among young people, and we see cricket as being a unifier, bringing young people together and participating in a healthy lifestyle. And so we are very anxious and looking forward to this. And I want to say, lastly, that we feel and know that cricket is a growing sport, as I said, and that when it begins to happen, we are all part of this history. The Premier, the ministers, all of you here are part of the history. And OSCA, we look forward to working with you in the future, and we are hoping that this will be a great opportunity for Canada. Thank you so much.
It gives me great pleasure at this time to welcome the Honourable Doug Ford, Premier of Ontario.
Great to be here. You know, this is an exciting time, and I'm going to tell you, it goes way back to, as you mentioned, Ken, when Ronell came into the mayor's office, Rob at the day and said, we want to start a cricket tournament. Well, that cricket tournament, which started off, I remember there was, and this was 11 years ago, and we ended up getting, 10 teams, I believe, and 5 were from Etobicoke, and 5 was from Thorncliffe. And that was our first year, and you're right, when we started it, there was RBC, Globe and Mail, and I still have that same outfit on. I packed on a few pounds, so I got to start playing cricket and get in shape. But I still have that same SEMA uniform. You know, and this wouldn't happen, as Morris said, without the cooperation, collaboration of all the municipalities, the province, everyone's coming together, the school board. So I just want to say thank you very much to all the dignitaries that are here. And I can just see this continuing to grow year after year after year. And I think at the second year or third year, we jumped up to 80 teams. So we went from, I think, 10 teams up to 80 teams. And is Tom here today? Is Tom here? Tom, is he here? No, well, Tom was so gracious. You know, he outfitted all the kids with beautiful suits to go over to the UK and play on a cricket pitch. And I agree. We need to have a world-class cricket pitch somewhere here in Ontario. Preferably, yes, preferably Brampton. I got to throw Etobicoke in there. I just have to. You know, we're joined by some great people. Deputy Mayor, thank you for that comment about making sure it's in Brampton. I'm sure Councillor Charmaine Williams will agree with you, and Kathy McDonald, I'm sure you'll agree too that it all should be in Brampton here. But I have my great team, MVP Amarjot Sandhu, local area, Amarjot, representing Brampton, doing a great job. And Minister Sarkaria, Minister, thank you for being here. And Minister Bethenfoley. So if anyone wants a cricket pitch, that guy right there, can you stand up for a minute, Peter? He's the guy that controls all the money, the Minister of Finance. So do not let him go home tonight without making sure he commits to the cricket pitch. And another great minister, Minister Lecce. You know, he can't ask for a better Minister of Education than Minister Lecce. And I affectionately call him Lech. So it's really up to Lech and the Minister of Finance to make sure that happens. And I have all the confidence in the world that it's either going to be in Brampton or it's going to be in Etobicoke North, one of the two. We might have to flip a coin over this. But this again, couldn't happen without everyone's cooperation, the OSCA. Thank you for all the work that you're doing. We're going to continue to build this to be one of the largest sports anywhere in Canada. I can tell you in Ontario, it is the fastest growing sport, bar none, over anything. So we need more cricket pitches out there. Anyways, folks, I want to thank each and every one of you. I love cricket. I love the people from Brampton. I have roots in Brampton. When my wife and I got married, where did we move? We moved to Brampton, right off Clark Avenue there on Lisa Street. Spent many, many years on Lisa Street. I love the people. And folks, we're going to get this going. We're going to move forward until the students and the kids over there have the best fun they've ever had. Thank you. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
I'd like to call upon the Deputy Mayor, Pat Fortini, please.
Thank you, everyone. So I'm Pat Fortini, the Deputy Mayor for the City of Brampton and also the Regional Councillor for Ward 7 and 8. So I'm going to say a couple of words and I'm going to leave it to my colleague, Charmaine Williams, to say the rest. You know, going back to these sports, I always thought soccer was a growing thing, but the last 10 years, cricket actually has exploded. And going back to that, we did have 3 years ago a cricket tournament, and it was worldwide. So since the Premier and the Minister of Finance here, we want a cricket stadium here because we just sent out an RFP to do a multi-sports here at the Powerade Center. So it will go in Brampton. So I'll leave it with that. We have 18 fields and 4 down the pipeline coming. So I want to thank for everyone from here, and I'm going to leave it to my colleague, Charmaine Williams, to say some words. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Councillor Fortini and Deputy Mayor. It looks good on him, eh? I'm Councillor Charmaine Williams, Ward Partner to Councillor Fortini, and it is such an honor and a pleasure to see this program grow. We have so many students and kids in Brampton that are being introduced to this sport and are loving this sport, and we want to see it continue. And the City of Brampton, we do thrive on promoting mental health and encouraging healthy lifestyles, and activities like cricket is the way for us to go. Partnering with the community and local municipalities and school boards, the program has grown over the last decade, impacting over 5,000 students annually. That's significant. So thank you so much. We are right behind with cricket being here in Brampton. Yes, we want it here in Brampton. We've had debates about it in council, and we have more and more cricket pitches coming online. Thank you so much, and have an excellent afternoon.
Well, launch of the Premier's Cup, and who else is here but the Honourable Doug Ford, Premier of Ontario. Mr. Premier, it's always good to see you, and you know what? SEMA has been with cricket at a grassroots level for many, many years now, and guess what? You have been there right along with them. Congratulations on staying with SEMA all this time, and congratulations on the launch of the Premier Cup. Your thoughts on being here this afternoon and seeing what SEMA is doing here with grassroots cricket?
You know, this is such an exciting day. I remember from day one when Ranil walked through my office with Ken, and that was 2011. I was a city councillor, and we put together the Mayor's SEMA cricket tournament. And that was the first of the first. And we had 10 teams at the time. And we thought, oh my goodness, 10 teams are great. Then it jumped up to 80 teams. Now it's right across the province. And the province is going to be a proud sponsor of the Premier's Cricket Tournament. And then the winners, we're sending them over to the UK to play over there.
Mr. Premier, it's good to see you. It's fine to take your time. You've got a very, very busy schedule, but we thank you for your time and thanks for your support of SEMA and cricket, and for the wonderful work that you and your colleagues do for all of us.
Thank you. You know, we're always going to be there for the fastest growing sport in Ontario, and we need more cricket pitches. And we're going to make sure we have a world-class cricket pitch. So thank you, and God bless everyone. Let's go out there and play cricket.
It is wonderful to be with you. I just want to say to the students here today that we are so proud of you for participating in the Premier's Cup, for being wonderful young leaders, good team players, and most especially for representing the best of our country. I'm honored to serve with our parliamentarians, including here in Brampton, Amarjot Sandhu and Prabmeet Sakaria, two hardworking members from Brampton, the Minister of Finance, Peter Bethan-Thalvi, and of course our Premier. All of us have been working so hard to make sure that your children get a good quality education, that they're in school learning where they belong. And to the parents, some parents I see have some toddlers with you, some young kids under 6. I'm sure you are relieved that we were able to land a good deal for families by delivering affordable $10 childcare for moms and dads in Brampton and in every region of this province. So I thank you for your support for the sport of cricket. It is indeed the oldest sport, a sport that brings people together. And as I've seen myself, this sport has unified people from all regions of the world. So I ask all of you to remain positive, to remain optimistic. We are getting through the worst of this pandemic, and we're doing so united as Canadians. So God bless you, and thank you. At this time, I'd like to call upon SEMA Canada Chair, Karen Stephen.
Good afternoon, Premier Ford, ministers, school board and other officials, parents, students, and friends. I'm delighted to be here today representing the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants of Canada and the global organization. We are the largest global organization. Thank you. We are the largest global organization of management accountants with 180,000 members and students in over 156 countries, many of which are cricket-playing nations. So what has management accounting to do with cricket? We are connected for 2 reasons. Firstly, as management accountants, we focus on value creation and use strategy to deliver value through innovation and by building partnerships. Our member volunteers, many of you know Ranil, use these skills to successfully launch the SEMA Mears Trophy, Cricket Across the Pond, and the school cricket tournaments, forging partnerships with large corporations, school boards, and the city and provincial authorities. We also believe in investing in the future, and that is in our students. Our volunteers have passionately worked to develop programs and secure funding for cricket in schools to promote inclusion and develop leadership skills and the all-around well-being of students through the amazing team sport of cricket. The logo unveiled today shows the potential of our kids. We also know that success of the program, which started small and had your support, Premier Ford, when you were councillor, has now grown too big for a group of volunteers, hence the birth of OSCA. We at CIMA Canada congratulate OSCA on the launch of the Premier Cup School Cricket 2022 and wish OSCA the very best as the organization takes cricket onto the next big phase. Thank you.
Karen Stephen is chairman of CIMA Canada, and CIMA Canada is celebrating their 50th anniversary this year. And what a great way to acknowledge the 50th anniversary here at the launch of the Premier's Cup Cricket. Well, congratulations, Karen.
Thank you, and you said it very well, because look at today, we had so many people here celebrating cricket. We brought so much of joy and oneness to a lot of people here. So 50 years and do this, it's just amazing.
Well, CIMA has been doing such great work, not just with regards to grassroots cricket here in Ontario and in the city and in Ontario, but you've been doing charitable work all over the place. Tell me a little bit about how you feel as a professional with CIMA doing all this additional work in the community.
So I think the key thing is, CIMA, we are management accountants, and we know that to succeed, that you need to partner, you need to understand the environment around you, and you have to be able to provide value to your environment. And one of those things is we are really focused now also on environment, social, and governance issues, and we've been leading the way in terms of that. So we're not just looking at the finance, but we have to look at the bigger picture. And this is where in Canada, we looked at the need for some kind of sport that will, be able to bring out the immigrants who may not be so familiar with the sports here. This gave them an opportunity to connect. And we, as I said before, when we as management accountants, we're looking at partnerships, we're looking at strategy, we're looking at how we can build value. And we do so through all these different peoples. And hence, you'll find that we are not you can't just put us in a box. We look for opportunities where we can add value.
At this time, I'd like to call upon Tony Pontus, Council of Ontario Directors of Education, to say a few words. Tony, please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here and to acknowledge that today we're unveiling the Ontario School Cricket Association logo. And I want to particularly congratulate all of the students across the province, and particularly those in Peel, of course, who participated in the design of those wonderful and very creative designs. I also want to make sure that I take a moment to thank these great children. First of all, they're very courteous, and also those students out there that are playing, obviously they just can't get enough of cricket, and I don't blame them. Much as I have difficulty with the sport itself, I have to say that's a hard sport. So I congratulate our students, and you, young man, for playing cricket. I also want to thank and recognize Renil Mendez and Martin Buckle. They, of course, thank you, yes. Might have been 11 years ago for the Premier. I think it was about 10 years ago that they landed in my office and talked about their vision for expanding cricket to all students across the province. And they were right on. So I want to thank them and congratulate them. I also want to acknowledge SEMA for the time that they provided to Martin and to Renil, time away from their work to do this kind of great leadership work in cricket. And finally, Canadian Tire. I want to thank them and all of the sponsors for the support that they're providing and have provided to our students to learn about, to excel in, and most importantly, to have fun in playing cricket. Thank you very much.
Mr. Ken Jeffers is board president of OSCA, the Ontario Schools Cricket Association, a relatively new body. How long has OSCA been in existence, Ken?
Approximately 2 years. And, some people may know that, OSCA evolved out of the Mayor's Cup and all of and SEMA's support, and so here we are, OSCA.
Well, our viewers, I'm sure they know because you've taken the time to chat with us before in the future. Your work at the city, your work in Parks and Recreation, with SEMA, with cricket, you've always been there. And now, in the days when you're not working officially anymore, you're still working just as hard. Give us a sense of what OSCA is all about and how they're helping to grow this great game of cricket here, in not only in the city but in the province, really.
Certainly. OSCA is, our focus is students, young people who have, some of whom have never, of course, played cricket. And so, a number of the students, we have actually people who came through the program two were on the national team. So that has been a great accomplishment as well. And a pleasant surprise in a way, because it was always, as I said, called a gentleman's game. But a lot of young girls I have some video shots of some of the young girls who were just so excited in learning a new sport and cricket and all the rules of the game. It was really good.
Well, Ken, just to summarize very quickly for our viewers, many years ago, there was a bit of a struggle to get the Mayor's Cup going, just with a number of teams and participants. And then that has grown into regional games and schools coming on board. And now, from that, we've now got the Premier's Cup launch. So it's growing really all the time.
Yes. That's what I was saying. It's an evolution. From the Mayor to the Premier, and we have intentions of having, of course, cricket in all the schools in Ontario, including Indigenous populations, because we feel that this is a means of bringing, obviously, people together, diverse groups of people together, and this is a way that young people can make a statement of being inspired to be part of a sport that has so many positive outcomes.
Ken Jeffers, thank you for your time, sir. Good luck to you and the Ontario Schools Cricket Association, affectionately being called now as OSCA. So,
OSCA, yes.
less people think that we are referring to some fellow by the name of OSCA. It's OSCA.
Yes.
And we wish you success all the way. This is, of course, we know cricket is the greatest game. And just to get the children involved, and it's just wonderful to see the kids here this evening, enjoying themselves. And more power to you. Good luck to you, and just thank you for all the volunteerism that you do, Ken.
Thank you so much, and I'm here as long as I can stand.